Yo, what's going on, Laker Rescue? How are y'all doing? The Lakers have won again. We have won the last two games. All right, so my last video was after the Thunder loss. Since we have played the Cavs, and last night we just played the Houston Rockets. Um, Great wins. The Cavs game was a little closer. And I do remember my previous video. I was talking about how Sexton and Garland would be coming at them, and they gave them a good game. And that young Cavs team is going to be pretty good in years to come. Kevin Love still looked pretty good in that game actually too, man. I wouldn't mind if they do buy him out. If maybe we sneak him onto the roster at some point. After the All-Star break, maybe, or something like that this season. So we'll see what happens. But on to the game last night. Man, I am so excited. We dusted those kids, and we should have. I mean, we're a veteran team, and that is a super young team in the Houston Rockets. If you just looked at them, just the eye test, you can see like kids, grown men. So the grown men need to manhandle those kids just like they did last night. And we got positives from that. We could take plenty of them, and that's a good thing that we can take into these next few games. I believe our next game is against the Rockets again. So I'm not sure how much better that's really going to make us, but I do know that that's going to help us get more court time. So these games against the young Rockets are really good. Now, the game last night, we only won by 10 points. And, it was a blowout, but I think it was still too close at certain points in the game because we were clearly the dominant team. But it just seems like we still have that let the foot off the gas mentality a little bit. We didn't have it so much last night, but we need to get over that. We need to get to the point to where we're just dominating, and we are forcing the issue on offense and defense every play. We don't need to take any plays off. There are certain players that do, or a little more lax than others, but I mean, we definitely need to get tight on that. But I do like how Frank Vogel, changed the starting lineup, put Avery Bradley in there. I really think that he deserved to get in there. He had been playing, very well in his limited minutes, in my opinion. And he's a defensive dog. He's going to get into the number one player's face. And, the way he did Jalen Green last night, man, he let him know, welcome to the NBA. That's definitely what that was last night. It was a welcome to the NBA game, from the Lakers stars to the young guys. That's kind of what that was, man. Christian Wood and, Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr., those guys are something serious. So my player of the game for that Cavs game was Carmelo Anthony, because he had 2 down games, and he did come back and help us actually beat the Cavs. So Carmelo Anthony was my player of the game for the Cavs game. But for this game, the player of the game for me, it was LeBron James. And the only reason I say that is because the team plays totally different when he is on the floor. It's a more controlled game when LeBron is out there. Now, it's not always perfect. LeBron does some crazy things here and there sometimes. But just say for instance, when LeBron is on the bench and Russ is out there, you're probably going to see some crazy play. When Russ is on the bench and LeBron is out there, it's going to be way more structured, right? With LeBron out there and Russ out there, it's not going to be as crazy. It's going to be a little more structured. So, we're just finding a way to work those pieces together. But, I mean, I would argue that our big three right now is LeBron James, AD, and Carmelo Anthony. That's the Lakers' big three, And then you're like, damn, they have Russell Westbrook too? That's a big four. But I would say our big three right now, from the first 5, 6 games, 7, is Carmelo Anthony. He had a couple down games, but I mean, the guy's been probably one of the most consistent scorers for us. And every time he scored, it's been in the 20s. His bigger games, what he had, the 28, the 24, and I think last night he had, what was it? Was it 23? Let me see, Carmelo, what you get last night? Yeah, 23 points last night. So let's check out the box, man. Anthony Davis, 33 minutes, 7 for 17 field goals. Didn't hit any three. It was 0 for 1. That's fine. 2 for 2 free throws. So we're good on the free throw department. 100% there. And AD came out with 16 points. All right. LeBron James controlled, 6 for 19. He was 0 for 6 in threes. I don't know. That might be a typo. I think he hit one from the logo last night. I don't know. But it says that. And LeBron had 15 points last night. All right. So Kent Bazemore, he came out and he played pretty well. I was ready to take him out right before he hit that 3 at the beginning of the game. But I really think if you switched him out with Austin Reeves in the starting lineup, that may be a better team. You have AD at the 5, LeBron, Avery, Austin Reeves, and who am I leaving? Westbrook. Yeah. So you have Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, Russell Westbrook, and Avery Bradley. That sounds like a legit lineup. When Austin Reeves came in last night, he came in and did his thing. So you can't be mad at the way this kid is really playing, man. Like he's legit coming in and making a difference in these games, and he's an undrafted rookie, and he is in talks. I've seen some other channels and people talking. I mean, people are noticing this kid, and for him, I believe for him to come in, his first team, to be with LeBron and learn from all these studs, these legit Hall of Famers, man, wherever he goes or whatever he does, I mean, that kid's going to be successful and he's going to be a better ball player way sooner than other rookies in the league. That's what I want to say. So I think we may end up doing something with him if he continues the trajectory he's at, just like we did THT. And man, I cannot wait till THT and Kendrick Nunn gets back. Man, I mean, we're doing this without those two guys, so that's awesome. And my boy Trevor Ariza. So that sounds exciting right there. But anyway, so Kent Bazemore 9 points, 2 for 3 threes, 1 for 2 free throws. LeBron James, by the way, was 3 for 4 free throws. Not bad. All right, Russell Westbrook played 35 minutes, same as Bron. 9 for 22 field goals, 2 for 4 threes. So he looks like he's stroking his threes with more confidence. He came out with 20 points. So Russ is getting better and better each game. He's finding his role. He's finding how he fits in his team. And it'll eventually be that big three. Or we may just have a big four because Carmelo is getting more and more confidence, and I believe he's believing even more now. He's like, man, I'm really carving out a legit role, with the Lakers team this year, and a bigger role than probably he maybe even thought at the beginning of the year, Especially with these injuries, it's really helped us see how they can look together. Avery Bradley, 2 points, 1 for 5, 0 for 4 threes. He didn't hit a three, but it's okay. His defense, his stamp was on that game for sure. I definitely agree with that start. Carmelo Anthony, 8 for 14, 5 for 8 threes, 2 for 4 free throws, 23 points. Man. DeAndre Jordan, 4 for 4 field goals, 8 points. He came in and did a great. He had a great role this game. He did a great thing when he led that pass to LeBron for that poster dunk that he did, and DeAndre Jordan looked pretty good last night. I'm not even gonna lie. Malik Monk didn't score. Had a tough game. I think him not playing as much last game is still kind of bothering his mental a little bit. He didn't like the fact that Vogel didn't put trust in him. But I do remember, as I heard when I was watching the game last night, it was a defensive assignment that he was supposed to be ready for that he missed out on, and I think it just kind of snagged him and said, you know what? So, it's just one of those games. He's going through a few, pains, young player pains, and, it's just part of it. But like I said, I love Monk's mentality. I love how he's always ready, and I love how he's being a sponge, and he wants to be better, and he wants to play a big role in his team. So that's obvious. So Malik Monk, don't worry, bro. We got you, man. Keep rolling. We didn't need your points last night, so we're good. But just keep on coming, bro. Austin Reeves, 1 for 2 field goals, 0 for 1 threes. He had 2 points, but his defense and the 2 points he had should have been in there and won. It was with contact. It was an impressive play. Overall, man, the Lakers played a great game last night, man. The last 2 games, actually. And very excited to see this next game. We're going to dominate the Rockets again. Probably make them look super silly this time. But I'll see you guys soon, man. I think I'm going to start making some cooler videos on this channel as well, just with Lakers and Kobe and stuff like that, and just in between time, just to keep the channel active a lot more and as consistent as possible. So thank you guys for subscribing, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next game. Laker Rescue, we out. Peace.